Here we are, Michigan Outdoors in the North Country, our first broadcast from WCMU in Mount Pleasant. Our Michigan Outdoors cabin has a new look. We're still finishing it up at our museum in Houghton Lake. We'll have the cabin there. But we have a show lined up with bluegill fishing. Wally Tabor, his last appearance here in Michigan, a dynamite recipe for bluegill dip. Bob Garner's headlines, commentary, a lot more. So stay tuned. I'm Fred Trost. It's Thursday night, time for Michigan Outdoors. It takes concentration ice fishing for bluegills, but sometimes Lady Luck isn't smiling on you no matter how hard you try.
Come on, fish. Hit it. Just keep it rolling here. It's gonna go. Okay, now I pull my special technique, and that's starting to lift it.
Nothing home?
Nothing home through my hole in the ice. Now a flag popped on Lenny's tip-up, so he goes to check to see if anything's home there. We're fishing on a western Michigan inland lake near Muskegon. Lots of houses around it, but good for fishing. Of course, some days are better than others. Nothing on the tip-up, but at last, I have a bite.
It's what? Ah,
No.
right at the boat. Cut off at the boat.
Well, the little one that got away. Maybe I need to freshen my bait. For a bluegill, you use a little teardrop lure. On the hook, add a waxworm or a grub of some type. Now, it looks small, but in the winter, bluegills aren't game for big meals. In that cold water, they just want to nibble on a little morsel now and then. And a little bait on a little hook is all you need. Hand over hand, thread the line down through the hole. Now, when I say thread the line, I should probably say thread the thread. With a little hook on a little lure, you can only use line that's very fine. 2-pound test is the standard. Now, I know some winter bluegill fishermen who buy monofilament thread and use that. Now, why isn't my bobber moving? Maybe I'm not in the right position.
Okay, twice this way.
This one doesn't work out much better either. Now, twitch the bobber a little bit. Give it some action and let it sit. That's classic bluegill fishing technique. Nothing. Maybe I should bend over a little closer. Give it a little more action. Maybe that's it. Now, I know there are plenty of bluegill down there.
Oh, that was a good one.
Was it?
A monster.
Felled him, huh?
Yeah, boy, I took that bobber right down.
Tell us, you could say, Fred, this is fishing like it is.
This is fishing like it is.
Fishing like it is, all right. I see other people catching fish all around me. Now, this kid has been cleaning up bluegill after bluegill, and he's only a few feet away from me. Now, the fish aren't running large today, but that's the thing about winter panfish. You work so hard for them, and they're so tasty. You don't mind filleting up a few small ones. In fact, you don't mind asking boys like this if they'd mind if you shared their fishing hole. In return for a little TV coverage, of course. They don't mind. They think it's probably kind of funny that these older folks can't seem to get a bite, or at least land anything. So they give me the prime location, right between them. Now, you'd think this would be the best. Lower my bait right down, watch that bobber disappear, start hauling in these fish along with these two boys.
Okay, now we'll get serious.
What happened? I mean, when I sat down, nobody got any fish. I watched them catch them where I was fishing before.
Yeah, look at it. Huh?
Nice one.
That's nice.
Okay, so put yourself in my boots. What would you do if you weren't catching anything and the other guys were? Well, nice that they don't mind that I move in next to them, but when I do, now I know this is hard to believe, but Mark Martin, who I was fishing with now, stopped catching fish. Just a short distance over, there was Lenny. He said I never should have left. He's catching lots of gills, some of them pretty good size. Well, I'm going to settle down. This constant moving hasn't been working. But next to Lenny, Bob Garner hauls one up. Nah, I'm not leaving yet. Even if Lenny does catch another one? But see, that one wasn't even a keeper.
Change 300. There's your problem.
Oh, Dad's got a nice one, too.
I just put it on.
So, what would you do if you were in my boots? Move again? You're darn right. You can't catch them where they're not biting. If you'll notice, though, I'm not the only ice fisherman with ants in his pants.
Time you splice all these together, it looks like you're really fighting. Hey, Fred?
All day.
Mick Furbish wields a mean fishing rod and brings another bluegill onto the ice. Meanwhile, I sit tight, content that I've tried everybody else's spots. My turn has got to be coming.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fred's got
Look at
the
the technique. Hey! What a monster! Okay, this is ice fishing at its best.
Just the way it is, right,
Yeah,
Fred?
we definitely must increase the size of these bluegills.
At long last, success. But this gill is a bit too small, so back it goes. Bluegills vary in size, so maybe my next one will be a keeper.
God dang it.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a
Good
good
one.
fish, good fish.
Look
Oh,
at that.
nice one. Nice. Get him out of the hole.
Donnie got one too.
How about that?
That's what I've been waiting for all this time. That's the prize of ice fishing for bluegills. They don't battle all that much in winter, but the challenge of ice fishing isn't in the battle. It's in hooking the fish when they bite so lightly. It's in landing them, keeping the line tight, and gently pulling them through the hole in the ice. Now, my pile of fish is just beginning, but here's what ice fishing is really all about. The beauty of being outdoors when Mother Nature paints everything cold. When the sun shines, it seems that much warmer. Now, there's a challenge in sitting out on a frozen lake and catching enough fish for a dinner. The battles aren't spectacular, and the anglers are often quiet, but something about it is fun.
Okay, we got one over here.
Not bad. These are starting to look pretty big.
One fish at a time, they add up. A pike on the tip-up, a good mess of bluegills glimmering in the sunset. So you don't think you'd like ice fishing? Too cold? We're not. We're enjoying each other's company, and the solitude of ice fishing makes it one of winter's pleasures in Michigan outdoors.